Hey y'all, hey, I'm back again. It's June 9th, about 1:30 in the morning, Sunday morning here in South Georgia. It's raining and storming pretty bad out here tonight. So I'm just out here in the backyard, just finna make a video of some things that was on my mind lately, and pretty much the title of this video is gonna be called, "Are You Sure You're Ready?" And pretty much what's been on my mind when it comes with me and my own personal walk is, like, I've been doing, just a disclaimer, right? So my last video, that was strictly, a vision from God that's literally that he gave me about dozens of times, and I was holding on to that for about 3 years. So if you haven't watched that, go check that out. But this video right here, this is strictly me, some of my thoughts that I was thinking and stuff like that. So I just didn't want to get those two confused. So pretty much, yeah. So the title of this video, "Are You Sure You're Ready?" And just looking back at my personal walk with God, and just the rapture and just the timeline and things, and just looking at all the events that's going to happen with the tribulation, and just looking at my relationship with Jesus, right? And my prayer life, and just so many things, right? And it's like, I feel like a lot of people are just like me, right? You're just say watching, you're subscribed to all the YouTube channels out there. You're, kind of watching for the Lord's return. You're waiting for the rapture, right? You're waiting for the rapture, or you're looking for it, and you're kind of just, you're just in a looking and watching mode, right? And then it's like, I pictured myself like when May 14th came around, right? A lot of people was, upset, kinda, like, all right, peace plan wasn't revealed, the rapture didn't happen, nothing really that significant happened for the most part. So a lot of people was like, oh, it's kind of bummed, so it's like, man, 70 years, now we're going into, the 71st, and it's like, all right, how many people, if you think about it, like if we know the date, and here's what I think, all right, just me, here's what I think, it's like, all right, what I think God is thinking, it's like, all right, everybody, is looking for, the rapture and stuff like that, but how many of us is actually getting close to him? It's like, we got the watching part down, right? I think for a fact everybody has a watching part down, but it's like, how many of us out here are really getting close to God, right? So we know it's coming, right? Like, is our prayer life getting better? Are we ministering to other people more? Are we fasting? Are we, really trying to, are we backslidden? You really gotta ask yourself that. Are we still having problems with some of the same sins? And there's like a lot of issues with that, I think, because like I know personally, right, and this is even hard for me to admit. I found myself thinking, it's like, man, it's like around May 14th, yeah, I was, I'm always watching, watching for his return, watching YouTube videos, but as far as my prayer life, it seems like I'm too busy, watching. I don't want to say YouTube videos, but just like too busy, either in life or in other things. I'm not really getting closer to God. It's like, I should be praying more, so much, I could be doing like a lot more, and it's like, all right, May 14th came around, and it's like, man, it's like, and just to be honest with you, some people, I don't even think some people's ready. I think, just speaking for myself, it's like, I'm not saying I was, backsliding, but, I do I did find myself not being as close as I could be. You know, I found myself not being ready as I could be ready. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I just feel like we just need to, like, really, all right, if we, like, like it says in, like, the parable, right? You know, like those people, some of the virgins, right, that knew he was coming back, you know, and actually believed he was coming back. Hey, they was ready. They was, you know, dressed, they had oil, you know, lamps and stuff like that. You know, and I know that's figuratively, right? You know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, right, you know, like are we as Christians, you know, are we, since we know he's coming back soon, right? Are we, you know, ready as we could be? You know, ask yourself that. Like, look back at May 14th. Was you as ready as you could be? You know, as far as of trying to, you know, be, you know, a spotless and blameless bride, which, of course, no one's not going to be perfect, right? But, you know, when it comes to, you know, sinning as least as possible, right? Or praying, getting as close as possible to God as you can, or ministering, right? Or just being filled with the Holy Spirit, right? So, was you as ready as you could be ready May 14th? You know, it's a good topic, I think. You know, it's like, are you really ready? You know, ready as you could be. So that's what was on my mind tonight, and like I said, what I was really thinking, and what I was thinking when it comes to, you know, no one knows the time or the seasons or the day. Well, the day or the hour, but, you know, we will know the season, right? So, and just, you know, it really baffles me how, you know, you see a lot of, you know, people, it's like maybe kind of like losing hope, losing faith, or it's just like, you know, they're getting like tired of, you know, the race of the walk of faith, right? You know, like Paul said, you know, it's like, you know, it's a walk, you know, it's a journey, you know. So I know it's hard out there, but just want to just motivate y'all just to, you know, keep it up for a little bit longer, and just really, you know, examine yourselves and examine your hearts and examine your minds, and just, you know, pray and get close with God, and of course watch. But it's like, all right, if you like, we believe he's coming soon, right? So let's act like it. Let's pray like it. Let's live like it. Let's love like it. Let's you know, let's be about our Father's business, you know. And I need to stop being lazy, and I need to you know, do like a lot more things, which of course we're not saved by works, but it's like, man, it's like, you know what, you know, I know he's coming soon, so like, I just want to be as close as possible. I want to be watching. I just want to, you know, so just think about it, you know. Because I was looking back, and like I said, I felt like, man, like, not to say, and I was kind of even on borderline. I was like, hey, was I ready? You know, sometimes, you know, you can get so caught up with life, you find yourself, it's like, man, it's like you're barely praying once a day, barely, or maybe you might find yourself barely, you know, just, there's a lot that we could do better. And I just didn't want people just to give up, because, like, you know, everybody's waiting for the Trump peace plan, and everybody's waiting for just the next big, you know, prophecy thing to happen, and, you know, we're waiting for the rapture. So it's pretty, it's like, man, kind of bummed every now and then. Like, I was bummed May 14th, but now looking back at it, it's like, man, you know, there might be, you know, people, I forgot what's the Bible verse, but some people count, you know, God's, you know, delay for, you know, slack or something like that. But it's like, nah, he just wants other people to, you know, come to repentance. Or maybe, you know, if you're a backsliding Christian, he's just waiting for you. You know, maybe he's waiting for people, you know. Think about that, you know, when you think about a delay, or man, a rapture should have been happened, or you feel like some things. Just think about God's love and His patience, you know, and just think about His mercy, and think about, you know, your own Christian walk, right? There's been times, I'm positive, to where you wasn't, you know, at your best, or you wasn't in good standing. So, ooh, man, this rain's coming down now pretty bad, as you can see. But we all know, hey, the time's at hand. You look at the news, the crazy weather patterns, the wars and rumors of war. You just look at the sin, all the abortion stuff. You look at all the, today's looking like the Sodom and Gomorrah, days of Noah. So just think about that, y'all. So it ain't too much longer. We all see the signs. We all see the birth pains. So just try to just hold on. Just pray. Pray as much as you can. Get close to God. And just this might sound bad too, but just look out for yourself, right? You know, I just don't want, of course, you know, try to minister to other people, but seriously, make sure you stay prayed up for yourself, and make sure you're good. Make sure, just look out for yourself, all right? And so that was like the first half of the video. I just want to address, hey, are you ready? You know, like, and are you sure you're ready? You know, look back at someone like, you know, the date setters at this point in time and that point in time, May 14th, and, you know, just all these times, right? And just to really reflect. And then, so the second portion of the video I just want to talk about with y'all is this, right? So, you know, and this is pretty much going out to, like, the backslidden Christians, right? It's like, you know, some people, how I feel, some people, I'm trying to deliver it the way I'm thinking about it, all right? So give me a second. And it's like when I make my videos, it's like I don't do a lot of editing and going back and stuff like that. It's pretty much one and done. So bear with me, all right? But pretty much it's like some people just don't understand. I just feel like don't understand the concept of this, right? If you are having a hard time waiting until the Lord's coming, right? And like, man, like because I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna, I'm trying to use good words. I'm not gonna, like, you know, lie to you, right? Some people, and even like I myself, is like, all right, you know, I gotta be, you know, live the best I can because I know the Lord's coming soon, right? Then it's like, man, sometimes I feel like, man, that date, is it gonna happen yet? Because, like, you know, it gets tired, you know, strenuous, you know, trying to do right and, you know, live life, and then just dealing with the devil's attacks. And sometimes you just feel like giving up, or maybe backsliding and stuff like that, you know. And like I said, we're all humans, you know, we're all not perfect, you know, creatures, right? So if you think about that, right, and just think about it, it's like, all right, we know it's soon, right? The rapture's gonna happen like any day now, right? Man, that rain's coming down now, right? So, man. So, rapture's gonna happen any second now, right? So if you're having a hard time, you know, trying to walk this race, this Christian walk, this Christian, you know, race, and walking in faith now, right, in your life now, right, and you're not being persecuted, you know, there's not no crazy tribulation stuff going on, there's not no mark of the beast, there's not nothing crazy going on, there's nothing like that going on, right? You're just having a hard time trying to tough it out until Jesus comes back, or until he calls you home early, right? Just imagine, it's only like the rapture is not that far off, right? You know, don't get me wrong, it's not far off at all. I'm like, I just feel it in like my this being, I just know. But it's like, just imagine if you get left behind. That's 7 years. It's like, and you might not even make it through the whole 7 years. But just, if you're having a hard time now, trying to make it rapture, 7 years. That's how I'm going to keep the number I'm throwing out there. Trying to struggle, hold on, and hold fast to your faith for 7 years. 7. And that's with being persecuted. Right now in America, you know, we're not being persecuted or nothing like that. We're not being, like, attacked. We're not being, like, it's fine. We're on YouTube right now making, you know, videos and stuff like that. I see people, you know, like, there's certain Watchmen channels and stuff like that. So we're not being persecuted. We're not, you know, things are not that bad, you know, compared to over there in Middle East and regions and stuff. So just think about 7 years of being persecuted, called out, right? And here's the thing, being called out on your faith. Because if you're being called out, just imagine you get left behind, right? And you claiming to be a Christian. You don't think the Muslims and like the other like atheist people, they can be like really, you claim to be a Christian, and like how come you didn't go, right? So you got to deal with your own faults, your own sin, being ridiculed, called out, persecuted. You already know, hey, it's about to get 7 years, and then you already know it's going to be tribulation, war, death, like God's judgments and stuff like that. But you might not make it. You know, you might get beheaded for the gospel and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? And it's like, it's going to be a miserable, horrible 7 years. And if you don't make it the whole 7 years, you're probably going to be beheaded, and you're going to face a lot of temptation. And it's not like your regular temptation, like lust or money or greed. No, you're going to, like, survival. It's like, you know, they're going to accept this mark or die. So just think about that, you know, 70 years. So, you know, that's what's been on my mind to tell certain people lately. Because I know it's hard. You know, I sin, and it's like, oh man, it's like, phew. And I feel like my worst fear is, like, I don't know, like, because I know the rapture's so soon, it's like, I'm scared to sin, because it's like, what if the rapture happens and you get caught doing sin? It's like, and you've been good for like a month. You know, and these are just things I think, right? I'm just being transparent as possible with y'all. But yeah, you know, these are things, you know, that people don't even think about, you know. And it's like, man, like, 7 years of doing that. So I just think we all should be encouraged just to, like, tough it out, stick it out. Jesus is coming back soon. I know it. You probably heard it from other people too. So it's gonna be a long, and time is I don't know why it's that long, but time is gonna excuse me, heartburn. But you know, time is going by so fast lately too. You know, if you think about these years, it's been going and rolling. So we don't have much longer, like, at all. Like, it's coming soon. We've been faced with a whole bunch of temptation. The devil's been throwing everything he got at us. If you haven't looked at my other video, go to my other video that I posted. I talk a lot about the devil's attacks and the actual vision that God gave me and stuff like that. So check that out, because like I said, we've been attacked. We've been tried. We've been put through a lot. Like, we have been put through a lot of tests over, like, I want to say, like, people be like, oh, these last days, we've been tested. It's like, nah, like, I know me, and the devil's been attacking me since I got saved around May, like around April 2016 when I got saved. It's like, man, like, the devil, he's been, like, it's been on me, you know. It's crazy. So I feel for y'all. I've been attacked like crazy, you know, to the point to where it's like, you know, all I really can hope and depend and wish for is the rapture. And I think that's a good place, though. You know, like, it's bad, you know, like, when life circumstances hit you so bad to where it's like, man, all you got is God. But I'm pretty sure that might be the place where God wants you to be, to where all you is doing and all you can do is hope for the rapture and hope for him and love him and trust him. And like, when everybody else failed you and pretty much tried to screw you over and pretty much tried to talk bad about you and pretty much, you know, just put your name in the dirt and pretty much just like done like the worst to you on every level, like, you know, legitimize you and your name and just your family and all that type of stuff. It's like, you know, it's like, where else do you have to turn? So, and sometimes I think God has to wake us up and get us uncomfortable so we can turn to him, you know. So just some food for thought. So like I said, just wait on the Lord. He's coming. There's a reason for this delay, because I think it's a delay, and it's like, I'm glad, because like I said, you know, I backslid a couple times, so, and like I said, I'm not the perfect Christian. You know, I see some people, you know, it seems like they're like perfect Christians, but I'm pretty sure we all have our struggles and stuff like that. I got mine, y'all got y'all's, so just try your best and like I said, like, by all means necessary, look out for yourself and try not to sin. And it's like, when I say that, it's like, I just don't want no one to get left behind. And I know me, it's like, man, like, I had to hurt people's feelings, didn't want to sin, and it's like, to avoid sinning and to avoid me hurting people's feelings sometimes, like, I gotta get distant from people. It's like, hey, like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to be a part of it, like anything like that. I just need some space. I just want to be alone with God, and I think that's kind of safe. Even with, like, you know, when it comes time to, like, with music and TV shows, it's like, man, like, the only thing I watch nowadays, which it keeps me occupied, is probably YouTube, because I watch a whole bunch of Christian videos, Watchmen, guys and gals, what else, pretty much just trying to keep focus on Christ so I don't get tempted. And so, because, like, it seems like the smallest thought or the smallest sin just leads into a whole whirlwind nowadays. So I try to just keep it simple as possible these last days and just really focus on them. Like, I know these next upcoming weeks, I'm probably just gonna really start going on a fast and start praying more and stuff like that. Just read my Bible more, because I just need to get into that, because it's easy for me to, like, just say, watch Christian YouTube videos all day and just watch me stuff and just Bible prophecy stuff. And it's like, but it's like, man, when was the last time I actually opened up and read my Bible? You know, I pray at my kids twice a day. But it's like, man, you know what? I just need to really get focused on some sound doctrine, a really good prayer life, and just really just renewing my spirit. So I just want to encourage y'all to renew your spirit daily, feed your spirit, and just pray and just get as close as you can with God, and just pray for each other, and look out for yourself and your immediate family, and pray for your loved ones, and just hold on fast to your faith. Like, don't let no brother, sister, mom, dad, girlfriend, nobody make you become separate from God. And sin separates you from God, right? So repent, turn away from sin, put the blinders on, like the horse blinders. And I think it's someplace in Deuteronomy where God said, hey, don't look to the left, don't look to the right, you know, stay on the straight path, look straight, you know, follow his plan. You know, so just don't listen to nobody, right? Look out for yourself and your immediate family and your loved ones, right? And just pray. You don't want to be left behind and go through the tribulation, right? You just don't. It's 7 years, and people don't get that. It's like if people understand, like just the time frame of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think, hey, after the rapture, you know what I'm saying? All right, it's gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know it's true now. Hey, so I feel like, hey, I'm gonna be more prepared after the rapture. It's like, are you sure? Of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think that, but it's like, you just don't know what you're gonna be faced with, man. It's like, for 7 years, I keep telling people that. It's like, for 7 years, you are gonna be tried. Your life is gonna be wanted. You know what I'm saying? Unless you take the mark. You know, everything's gonna change, like, immediately. It's not gonna be, you know, all right, like, you don't like me, I'm gonna go back home and just live my own life. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure your job is gonna harass you, the government's gonna harass you or try to kill you. Like, everything's gonna change. There's gonna be wars, there's gonna be death, there's gonna be a whole bunch of sickness. Then you're not even gonna be able to get any medication if you ain't got the mark, I'm pretty sure. No food is said in the Bible. So, and this is for 70 years. So it's not like no quick, all right, 6 months or whatever. It's like, no. So just hold on strong, get motivated. You got this. You can do this. It's not gonna be too much longer. And just hold fast to your faith. And don't let no one, like, try to turn you away, like, at all. Like, I mean that. Don't let no one do that, all right? Like, forget everybody else. You know, when he's standing for God, he's not even looking at your girlfriend, your mom, dad, sister, brother, whoever, boss, whatnot. So stop. Stop sinning. Stop. Anybody that's encouraging you to sin, girlfriend, boyfriend, anybody that's encouraging you to sin sexually or even drinking, going out, like, stop hanging out with them, all right? Just even get the temptation away from you, all right? Like, just stop. Like, you know, do it for yourself. Do it for me. Do it for God. Like, just stop, all right? I know it's going to be hard, but, you know, you ain't got too much longer, okay? Like I can't promise, but it's like I can almost guarantee it just looking at the signs, you know. So just take heed, watch my other video, if you can, like this video and the other video. And it's funny too, because I feel like, you know, Rapture's gonna happen soon now, and I'm just getting started on this YouTube stuff, because I do got, like, a lot of stuff to, you know, say and, you know, not preach, but just get some things out there and encourage and motivate people. So, and I might make another video if Lord's will. So yeah, just like and share, and thanks for watching, and comment. I'll comment back. So until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. All right. God bless, and just remember. Please remember, it's like, just look out. Watch your surroundings. Watch what your eyes see. Watch what environment you go into. Watch what your ears hear. And just be patient. Be humble. Turn the other cheek. And just pray. You know what I'm saying? When someone hurts you, just pray. Just pray, pray, pray. That's all I can say. All right, y'all. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.